Welcome back to the show. Today, we dive into the crucial subject of cybersecurity, focusing on Apple's swift action against the vulnerability found in its mobile OS, the UK government's controversial amendment battle, authorities flagging critical iOS flaws, and the tech giant's resolution of a kernel-level exploit in Vision Pro, all underlining the importance of maintaining a secure digital landscape for users globally. Stay tuned, as after the break, we'll discuss how these debates could shape the future of digital privacy and security internationally. Welcome back to the show. As we delve into the latest updates, we turn our attention to Apple. Apple's latest iteration of its mobile operating system is under scrutiny following the discovery of a vulnerability within its stolen device protection feature. The tech giant is swiftly addressing this issue, which serves as a reminder that security features are not immune to weaknesses. In the UK, Apple is contending with proposed legislative changes that could have significant consequences. The tech community, spearheaded by Apple, is strongly opposing the potential amendment to the Investigatory Powers Act. This amendment would grant the UK government authority to veto security updates and features, a move that Apple warns could jeopardize user security on an international scale. Apple's response is firm, and they are staunchly opposing the UK's efforts to gain such control, arguing that it is a menace to global user security. Across the Atlantic, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has flagged an iOS security flaw as highly exploitable, prompting Apple to release a patch urgently. Meanwhile, Apple's security team has successfully neutralized a kernel-level exploit in its Vision Pro software, marking a significant resolution for the program's security. These incidents have ignited discussions on the delicate balance between user privacy, government regulation, and the obligations of technology firms in safeguarding a secure digital environment. As we continue to monitor these stories, Apple users should stay alert for any security updates and related announcements from the company. Stay tuned, as after the break, we'll discuss how these debates could shape the future of digital privacy and security internationally. In IBM security news, users of IBM Power SC, IBM Storage Ceph, IBM Security Access Manager Container, and IBM SOAR QRadar plugin app are advised to take immediate action due to several critical vulnerabilities that have been discovered. Users of IBM Power SC are warned about a vulnerability that could compromise data security by allowing attackers to decrypt sensitive information. In addition, the same IBM Power SC versions are also vulnerable to a weakness in encryption protocols that could be exploited and are susceptible to unauthorized privilege escalation, which could give attackers undue control over system operations. Upgrades for these versions are recommended without delay to enhance data protection and system security. Similarly, those relying on IBM Storage Ceph should be aware of a vulnerability leading to potential denial of service attacks. Such an issue poses a serious threat to network stability and could interrupt business processes, so addressing this vulnerability swiftly is crucial. IBM Security Access Manager Container has also been exposed to multiple security concerns. Apart from the vulnerability that could lead to denial of service attacks, another flaw has been identified that could allow elevated privileges through manipulation of an unknown process with unknown data. Users are advised to upgrade to a more secure version to prevent exploitation. Lastly, the IBM SOAR QRadar plugin app has a vulnerability related to URL information disclosure, and while no exploits have been reported, users should nonetheless upgrade to ensure their systems are protected. To ensure operational security and business continuity, it is essential that all users update their systems promptly with the latest security measures. Moving on to other news, let's look at today's top stories. Ivanti has released patches to address several critical vulnerabilities in its corporate VPN appliances, two of which were being actively exploited. While working on these issues, Ivanti uncovered additional serious flaws within its products, including its Connect Secure and Policy Secure gateways. The discovery prompted warnings from cybersecurity authorities in both the United States and Australia due to the significant risks these vulnerabilities pose. In response to the ongoing security concerns, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, has issued an urgent directive for U.S. federal agencies. They must disconnect the affected Ivanti VPN equipment by Friday at midnight, giving them a 48-hour window to comply with the order and secure their systems. This decisive action highlights the severity of the threat to government data and networks. Concurrently, the challenge of AI-generated fakes potentially compromising facial recognition authentication systems has raised additional cybersecurity alarms, emphasizing the need for stronger security protocols. Ivanti has taken swift action in response to these issues, releasing updates and providing information about the newly identified high-severity vulnerabilities. As the situation evolves, we will continue to provide the latest information. Organizations using Ivanti's solutions should prioritize implementing the patches to protect their networks and data assets. Keep an eye out for further developments on this urgent matter. Welcome to our update on Microsoft, where we'll delve into crucial cybersecurity topics, underlining the challenges faced by the tech industry and the actions taken to address them. Microsoft has detected new activities by the APT group Midnight Blizzard, known as NOBELIUM, with links to the Russian government. These activities bring to light the persistent cyber warfare strategies and the continued vulnerability of global tech companies. In important news for users, Microsoft has announced a security flaw within Outlook that could lead to password theft. The company is urgently recommending users to install a critical update to protect their accounts against this significant threat. Highlighting the severity of cyber threats, it has emerged that Russian-sponsored hackers have targeted top officials within Microsoft, illustrating that even the industry's biggest players are susceptible to advanced cyber attacks. Microsoft Teams users should increase their vigilance, as it has been discovered that hackers are using group chat requests to disseminate malware. This method puts entire organizations at risk and serves as a reminder to scrutinize digital communications carefully. Concerning browser security, users of Microsoft Edge are strongly encouraged to update their browser after vulnerabilities were found that could permit remote code execution, although no active exploits have been reported to date. On a national scale, U.S. authorities have made decisive moves against Chinese hacking operations by disrupting parts of their network infrastructure. This initiative is part of broader efforts to deter cyber threats and espionage. Controversies have arisen within Microsoft's legal department as reports suggest attempts to suppress an engineer's concerns regarding the potential for generating inappropriate content with OpenAI's DALL-E 3. This issue is now progressing to discussions in Capitol Hill. In terms of technological innovation, the Azure Outlook C2 has garnered attention by employing the Microsoft Graph API for secure command and control communications, signaling a potential shift in cybersecurity approaches. Responding to incidents involving AI-generated celebrity deepfakes, Microsoft is enhancing defenses to address ethical concerns about AI-generated media. Microsoft has also addressed a vulnerability in its code development platform that could impact thousands of open-source projects with the potential of malicious code injection. A corrective patch has been issued to mitigate this threat. Questions arise about whether Microsoft's emphasis on security revenue could be affecting its overall cybersecurity efforts, which is a subject drawing scrutiny. Adding to the worrying trend of collaboration tools being used maliciously, the Darkgate malware has found a new avenue for attack through Microsoft Teams. We will continue to explore how these significant updates impact users and share strategies for maintaining digital security. Stay with us as we navigate the evolving landscape of cybersecurity. On a more protective note, Microsoft has provided guidance on securing Excel files with password protection on both Windows and Mac systems, aiming to safeguard sensitive financial and business data. In recent developments, tensions are escalating as Papua New Guinea engages in early discussions with China on the subject of security cooperation. These preliminary talks have prompted the country to evaluate the implications of a potential security agreement with China in relation to its existing arrangements with both Australia and the United States. There is a conscious effort by Papua New Guinea to understand how a new deal with China might replicate or interfere with its current alliances with Western partners. Furthermore, the United States has accused Chinese state-supported cyber operatives of attacking critical American infrastructure, such as water and electricity systems. The U.S. claims reflect mounting concerns over Chinese cyber activities, while China has vehemently denied these accusations, dismissing them as baseless. In a separate issue, Russia is under scrutiny for GPS disruptions, which diversifies the focus on international cyber concerns beyond just the U.S.-China cyber tensions. In the realm of cyber law enforcement, the individual responsible for a major data leak has been sentenced. In addition, there are advances in the monitoring of cryptocurrency activities, with law enforcement now able to track transactions made with the privacy-oriented cryptocurrency, Monero. We will continue to provide detailed coverage on these subjects, exploring the subtleties of international politics and the potential effects these cybersecurity events could have on worldwide stability and safety. In our news coverage, we turn to an important national security update from FBI Director Christopher A. Wray. He warned the public about the growing threat posed by China's cyber capabilities, citing Beijing's ability to disrupt American systems in the context of escalating tensions. The FBI director emphasized that China's hacking efforts could lead to theft, espionage, and potentially create chaos, particularly by targeting U.S. infrastructure and operations. The intertwining of the global digital landscape with national security highlights the critical need for strong cyber defenses and international collaboration to counteract digital warfare threats. Stay tuned as we further explore the ramifications of FBI Director Wray's important warning. In our intelligence brief, we discuss recent events involving the Central Intelligence Agency. A significant challenge that has been acknowledged by the agency is the task of extracting valuable intelligence from the enormous amounts of personal data they encounter. Recently, the CIA's director has emphasized the potential consequences of reducing aid to Ukraine by warning that it could benefit Russian interests and disturb global stability. Furthermore, the consequences of a historic leak continue to reverberate throughout the intelligence community. Joshua Schulte, a former CIA software engineer, has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. He was found guilty of the largest data leak in the CIA's history. Marking a significant breach of security, the classified cyber tools within the Vault 7 collection were disseminated publicly by WikiLeaks. The severity of Schulte's situation is magnified by his convictions on multiple counts, including espionage and the unauthorized access of computers alongside the possession of illicit materials. This case highlights the gravity of insider threats and the potential for sensitive information to be exploited maliciously in today's technologically driven world. This concludes our segment, but we invite you to stay tuned for more insights and updates from around the globe, right here on your podcast name. The FBI Director, Christopher Wray, has issued stark warnings about the Chinese hacking threat to critical U.S. infrastructure, including power grids and water systems. In a significant victory, the FBI has recently dismantled a Chinese botnet utilized by state-sponsored hackers targeting American infrastructure. They are, however, outnumbered by Chinese cyber agents, with estimates of the disparity standing at 50 to 1. Despite this achievement, FBI leadership warns that Chinese state hacker groups continue to attack at an alarming rate, notably around the U.S. border. In partnership with the Department of Justice, the FBI is actively countering a sophisticated and ongoing Chinese hacking campaign. Their initiatives include shutting down hacks targeting Chinese infrastructure and disrupting botnets. The FBI has used a remote kill command to neutralize malicious botnets effectively, which was critical in cleansing infected routers and safeguarding vital U.S. services. Director Wray is calling for public awareness about the seriousness of the threat posed by Chinese hackers as they compromise not just government systems, but also essential services that impact everyday American life. This situation underscores the importance of heightened cyber vigilance and the necessity to secure remote infrastructure vulnerable to such attacks. For more in-depth coverage, stay with us for the upcoming Expert Analysis segment, where we will delve into these cyber threats and discuss strategies for strengthening our national cybersecurity. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to catch our next weekly cybersecurity episode for more insightful tips on keeping your digital life secure.